What's up, y'all? It's Chris. Coming at you once again. Here to talk about the UFC 89 Afterthoughts. Basically what I thought about the fights and whatnot. Maybe a little what we might see or what I'd like to see afterwards. Did alright on my picks. Well, maybe not. Went 5-4, but whatever. Whenever you get more wins and losses, it's a good night. Although I can't say it was the best night of fights, or it wasn't really the best UFC, but it was free, so what are you going to do, right? I think next weekend's UFC 90 is going to be a pretty good show, though. It's got a lot of good fights on it, so should definitely be something to look forward to, which I am. I might probably make my picks on that tomorrow, if not later today, we'll see. Anyhow, first off, the main event, Michael Bisping wins by decision over Chris Lieben. The fight went pretty much the way I thought it would. Lieben was actually, Lieben surprised me. Hold on one sec. Lieben surprised me. He came out a lot more active than I expected him to. Not that I expected him to, just than we've seen him in the past. He came forward like usual, but was throwing a lot more kicks than he usually does, and was throwing his punches. His hands looked a little bit faster, and Bisping was kind of just laying back and letting Lieben bring the pressure. Wasn't throwing a lot of punches initially, but then he kind of found his range, Bisping that is, and started catching Lieben, and the sharper technique, the straighter punches. It's pretty much what won him the fight, that and his speed, advantage in speed, which I assumed would be there. Once again, Lieben did look good, though. He definitely looked better. Even in a loss, he still looked good, I think this clean lifestyle for him is paying off, so although he did lose, I think, he'll be around the UFC for a while. He always puts on entertaining fights, as he did again last night. Bisping, guess he's going to fight the winner of Franklin versus Dan Henderson in January. That's when that fight is. I guess whoever the winner of that fight is will probably be his counterpart on the UFC, US versus UK. I personally think Franklin's going to beat Henderson by decision. I think if it comes down to Franklin and Bisping, I also would pick Franklin to win that fight. But there's no point really talking about it too much until it gets to being made or close to happening. But Bisping looked pretty good. Although in the last round I thought he was a little kind of just riding out his win rather than establishing or really finishing it off cleanly. Kind of just knew he had the win in the bag, and kind of was just playing back and laying back a little bit. But whatever, he got the win, so that's all that matters at the end of the day. Next up, Jardine Vera. Keith Jardine wins a split decision. I disagree with the decision. I thought Brandon Vera pulled it out. Close fight, though. I could see how it could be given to either fighter. Can't really argue much about it. Would like to hear your guys' thoughts. Kind of curious as to who you guys thought won. Maybe I just thought Vera won because I picked him to win, and I kind of wanted him to win. I don't know. I expected more out of him. I'd like to see him more against the rest of the 205-pound division than Jardine, but Jardine got the win, so he moves on. And Vera, he'll stay in the UFC. He'll still fight, but I don't know where he's going to go from here exactly. Who they're going to match him up against. Pretty even fight throughout. Surprised it wasn't a little more exciting. Expected a little more fireworks. Vera just looked really hesitant after the first round, especially in the third, to pull the trigger, so to speak. I don't really understand what that's about. It was kind of like that in the Sylvia fight. He said he had the broken hand there, so I can understand there, but there were so many opportunities or times where I just thought, throw a punch, throw a kick, do something, but just his activity level, especially in the third, wasn't there, and I think that's what lost him the fight, unfortunately. Jardine was coming forward more and was just being more active, so Jardine wins. Not sure for where he goes, but maybe a fight against the winner of the next fight I'm going to talk about, which is Luis Kane versus Sokoudjou. Kane wins by TKO in the second round. Sokoudjou looked great in the first half of the first round. Came out explosive punches, body kicks, just looked really active, and then just a little bit past the halfway mark of the first round, seemed to tire out. Just was gassed. You could see him breathing through his mouth. just taking deep breaths. His activity level dropped big time. Kane survived the initial onslaught and kind of just picked and chose his shots against Sokoudjou. Kind of picked him, kind of, was finding what was going to work for him, moving forward. Sokoudjou was falling back. And come second round, Sokoudjou came out with a little more energy again. But once again, he kind of started just puff and win, so to speak. And Kane kind of was being more aggressive. I am surprised that Sokoudjou didn't go for a takedown. I picked him to win. I thought he would go for a takedown, maybe submit Kane, but he didn't really even attempt one. He attempted one slyly in the first. If you go back and look, he kind of tried to do a stick his leg and back trip with a judo throw, but it didn't work at all. But he never tried for another takedown after that, and he kept kneeling, going down into Kane's knee. He'd kind of duck downwards, and Kane would catch him with the knee to the head. Numerous times he did it. He did it right before he dropped him too. So Sokoudjou, gotta work on that gas tank if you're gonna be in the UFC, man. Definitely need more stamina. Otherwise, you might have won the fight. As for Kane, like I said, first time I've seen him fight. He likes to stand. Maybe a fight against Jardine, see who moves up the ladder in the contendership. If not, I don't know. There's plenty of fighters out there in the 205 division. That's the most stacked division by far in the UFC, in my opinion. Next fight that we saw, Paul Taylor versus Chris Lytle. Fight of the night, deservedly so. Lytle wins by decision. Deservedly so again, in my opinion. I'll give Paul Taylor this. The guy's got a chin. Lytle hit him numerous times clean with left and rights to the chin. Solid punches. Connected cleanly. Taylor took him. Didn't even get buckled. Didn't get stunned. Taylor wanted more distance because he does better from a distance with his kicks and his kickboxing skills. But Lytle was smart. Once he got tired, which was quite often in the fight, he'd push Taylor up against the fence, smother him where Taylor couldn't really get his offense off. Lytle, when he had the stamina, when he got his win back, he'd throw the punches. When he got tired, push Taylor against the fence, neutralize him a little bit. Good back and forth fight. Chris Lytle wins the decision. Hopefully, Lytle called him out, or he said he wanted the fight. Marcus Davis. Hope he gets it. I've been wanting to see that fight for a long time. So we'll see. And with that being said, last fight that we saw on the card, or not last, but last one I'm going to discuss, Paul Kelly, Marcus Davis. I was surprised Davis wins by a second round guillotine. I'm surprised he didn't throw more punches. Kelly in the first round didn't really do much of anything. Wouldn't say he was there to get hit, but he wasn't really doing much, and Davis was just a bit hesitant, didn't really go all out like he usually does, wasn't over aggressive. But the second round he kind of got more into his offense, more into his rhythm. I just don't really think Kelly really had anything for Davis, to be honest. I just don't. I'm not saying he didn't have a game plan, but whatever his game plan was, it was ineffective. So Davis gets the win. Probably fight in January in Ireland because he came out the fight relatively unscathed. Like I said, I hope they make the Lytle fight. I've been wanting to see that fight for a long time. Two ex-boxers. Should be a stand-up fight. I don't know. Lytle took a lot of punches and kicks in his fight. I don't know if he should fight already again in January, but if he's willing to call it out, obviously he feels he'll be ready for it, or his body will be ready to respond at that time. So that's a fight I hope we get to see. I know Davis might feel he wants someone higher on the contenders list or a little higher up, to elevate his career. But I think it'll be a good fight for the fans, entertaining. So hopefully that fight gets made, and we'll see it in January. That's pretty much it for now, guys. Feel free to leave a comment, whatever. Like I said, maybe I'll be dropping my UFC 90 picks today, if not, most likely tomorrow. Till next time, talk to y'all later. I'm out of here. Bye.